Guys, look who I am seeing right now, all the way here from Los Angeles, California. Do you still remember her, guys? Hi, Marisa.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here at Miss Supernational today, helping judge. And it was such a beautiful, beautiful competition. It was actually the first time I got to see a male pageant in person, so it was such a great opportunity to be able to be a judge and get that first opportunity to see that in person.
How does it feel like dressing up, glamming yourself up for a pageant event after 2 years?
I had to get my lashes out of storage. I don't really wear makeup anymore. I had to do an extra probably hour to get ready because I'm just so out of practice. But it's so great to be back around the pageant community and to really feel the love from everyone. No matter what system we're in, it is such a wonderful, close-knit community, and I'm just really happy to always have this be a part of my life, no matter what shape or form it might take. I definitely think pageantry will be a big part of my heart for my whole life.
I like what you said. You're here to unify pageant systems in your own way.
Yes, I think that the one thing I've noticed is that there is a lot of, trying to compare the two different pageant systems, like who is the big four, what are the big pageants that are out there, and I think that really does a disservice to the men and women who are competing in these pageants because they're picking the system that most closely aligns to who they are as a person. The reason why Miss Earth was so important to me was because I'm an environmentalist. That's me being true to myself. We want pageant queens and winners to be able to be authentic to who they are, because that's really when you'll be able to relate to them and where they'll be able to make a real change in this world and community. So if you're making them choose between a pageant that doesn't fit right for them because you're saying this one is better than that one, then you're really doing a disservice to that queen. So I think by honoring every single system for the unique beauty that it has is so important, and then just getting to know yourself and all the different pageant systems and finding the right one for you.
That's so true. A girl has to find which pageant aligns her advocacy's goals, interests before in choosing the right pageant for her, right? Because there's so many pageants in the world, right?
Many.
All of them are requiring organizations to be a standalone contest. So imagine there's a lot.
Yes, there is so many. I can't even keep track of them all anymore, but I've been so fortunate to be able to experience competing in so many different systems, getting to judge in others that maybe I didn't have experience before, because I really do think that there is beauty in every single one, because at the end of the day, we are here for women's empowerment. We're here to give people a platform to be able to make a real difference in this world. So I think that's a beautiful thing that unites all pageants. And so that's why I think that they're all special to me no matter what system. But of course, for me personally, Earth will always have my heart first and foremost. But I love to get to know about all the different systems as well.
I'm glad that you mentioned about your pageant system, Miss Earth. And I think, as a Filipino, I see the potential in the pageant brand, and especially now in this age of, climate change, where it's really, we consider it as a pressing problem. All the more we recognize Miss Earth's efforts in really, being out there, promoting and shedding light on different environmental advocacies and concerns.
Yes, I think that's what made Miss Earth so special to me, because I truly am a boots on the ground type of a person, and the fact that Miss Earth is out there with a very relevant advocacy that touches every single person. I think we get asked that question time and time again, are pageants relevant? Are pageants relevant? And I think that Miss Earth very much is, because they're championing such an important issue for our generation, and they've been doing that so steadfastly long before it was popular even to do so. So I think that Miss Earth had this beautiful forethought to be able to think of how important climate change and tackling that issue was long before it became popular for everyone to do it. So I think that it just really shows how much of a true heart they have for that advocacy, and I think that's very admirable and always relevant.
But I forgot how eloquent you are. I still remember my interview with you 2 years ago. So what's next for you after you hang up your pageant heels?
Well, I did a very short stint being a director for California Earth USA. It'll be the only year I do it. I filled in for another director who was ill, but that was very fun. I loved being on the other side of pageantry. Definitely gave me a new, it gave me a new respect for what all of our directors do, and I I applaud them. I wouldn't want that job again, but I love pageants, so I would definitely want to stay involved. But what's next for me is I'm getting married next month.
Congratulations!
Thank you. So me and Jamie will be tying the knot on June 17th, and I'll officially become Marisa Ford. So this is probably my last interview as Marisa Butler, but definitely is something that I'm looking forward to entering the Mrs. phase of my life rather than Miss, and settling into my career, and of course continuing my We Clean Trails nonprofit. We're actually celebrating our 3-year anniversary in just a few weeks. And plan to do that for many, many more years. So the Miss Earth advocacy is going to live on with me for the rest of my life. That's something that was important to me before and definitely will stay important to me after.
And may I add, make future Miss Earth babies who will become Miss Earth in the near future or 30 years from now.
Well, Jamie is very handsome, so we got a good chance. So.
All right, it's so nice reconnecting with you. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation to become part of the selection committee of Mr. and Miss Supranational USA this year. I hope you had a great time judging the girls and the guys earlier. So I can't wait what's next for you, and keep in touch. Thank you so much for the opportunity to finally see you in person.
Thank you so much, Adam. I appreciate you putting this together for me. And salamat po. I love you to all my fans from the Philippines. You have such a huge place in my heart, and I can't wait to be able to go and visit your beautiful country someday. It is on the top of my bucket list to go to the Philippines, so you'll definitely see me sometime soon, but not sure when, but I know that it's definitely something that I always want to do because the people of the Philippines and all the fans that supported me on my journey to Miss Earth, you have been such a huge part of my journey and why I worked so hard. And so I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who believed in me and to continue lifting up other young women as they're going through this journey.
Gosh, you're as beautiful as ever the day you were crowned Miss Earth Air 2021. God bless you, Marisa, and keep in touch. I love you so much. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts here in Mr. and Miss Super Organization.
Salamat po.
Bye.